Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Mars, Ray here, and today I'm going to talk about, this thing that always seems to come up. So, it's talking about, what was it talking about? Alright. So, a lot of folks are going to say, oh, make this film, and let's say what I gotta say. So, we all know that Sailor Moon. So there's this, um, I guess you'd say, self known as Sailor Cosmos, also known as Chibi Chibi. No one knows about. Well, all right. So there are gonna be some folks out there that are gonna say, "Oh well, you don't know anything about her." No, no, I don't. We're just saying it now. All right. So I don't really know that much about her, to be earnest with you. And everyone has a little thought and belief behind who's Sailor Cosmo and where she come from and who she is, and you know well, some folks say Sailor Cosmo is just another name for Chibi Chibi, which was given that name because that's all she could say. um Also, other folks seem to believe that it was, I don't know, to be earnest with you. So I don't truly know at the end of the day, to be earnest with you, if I know anything about her or not. So everybody has this little belief that, oh, Sailor Cosmo happens to be Sailor Moon from the upcoming, or some offshoot of herself, or some near kin, or forekin, or something like that. But I don't know if there's any truth to back that up. And keep in mind, the book and a drawing film at the time may took freedoms from each other, but at the end of the day, it's hard to say which. Um, and honestly, I don't know that much about her. And I know there's going to be. I know that there are some folks in a Sailor Moon followership who have a belief that some Sailor Moon followers that don't know as much about the show as others did, and then they want to put down others or say they don't know anything what they're talking about. So I don't know. All we know is that now in the in the drawing film, she is offshooted in as Chibi Chibi because that's all she could say, and she does like to say the last thing that folks say. She's offshooted in as being the other younger sister of Serena, which is, if Clotho ever got to that, which she never did. And later on, when they're fighting Galaxia, she becomes Sailor Chibi Chibi, and I guess that's where Sailor Cosmo or Sailor World may have, if her name is, but they don't call her that, at least not in the drawing film. Um, I guess when you get to the books, that's when they start calling her that. But I don't really know that much about her. A little bit about her back saga or back tale, and this is coming from the drawing film as Sailor Stars, not from the book, is that when Sailor Galaxia was fighting Madness and took on Madness, then casted out her star seed before Madness can fully take over her, which made Sailor Galaxia become the foe that she was by the time the fifth following of the show happened. But, and some folks, you know, either believe that or don't believe that. But keep in mind, that is the offshoot of where Chibi Chibi or Sailor Cosmos or Sailor World or whatever comes from. Cosmos is a Greek or a Hellenic borrowed word. The English word is world, so it'd be Sailor World. And that's where she comes from. Now, in the drawing book, she may have been someone else, may have had a back saga or back tale that was on, like, from the drawing film, you know. So anyway, who is she? What did she do? Well, in the drawing film of Sailor Stars, the first offshoot of it, she was a younger sister to Serena, later on acted at the Sword of Hope when they were fighting Sailor Galaxia, and that was and became Sailor Chibi Chibi. Now, a lot of folks are going to say that a lot of folks are going to say, well, she could be Sailor Moon from a past life or upcoming life. Well, that's hard to say. I don't know how someone could, how that could be her from a now life. I don't understand. A lot of other folks seem to have the axe one time, and this came up in the drawing. This came up in the drawing film, not in the book. They said, did young Queen Serenity or new Queen Serenity have any more children? They said no. Rini was the only one they had. So that knocks off her being, being kin to Sailor Moon in any way. The truth is that she was a star seed from Sailor Galaxia, which took on the woman-like likeness of the girl, which was called Chibi Chibi in every one of the drawing book and also in the drawing film, which the drawing books end up calling her Sailor Cosmos by the time, or world, by the time she shifts into her sailor self. But to be earnest with you, I don't truly know where she comes from, who she is. The drawing book has one back saga. The drawing film has another back saga. So your guess is as good as mine. And if that makes some Sailor Moon followers out there think that we're not as good as others because we don't know who Sailor Chibi Chibi or Cosmo or whatever you want to call her is, well, it is what it is. That's just my take on who I think Sailor Cosmos or Sailor Chibi Chibi, who Sailor Cosmos or Sailor World is. I'm taking this more from the drawing film than I am from the drawing book. Both of them borrowed from each other. Well, one borrowed from the other, so it is what it is. And I'm guessing the one that Toei's working on now, which we won't see until next year, most likely will take the drawing book's background instead of taking the drawing film's background of it. So that's it. I'm Sailor Mars Ray, and I hope you like this film. And if you do, then follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Or watch the last film we made yesterday over here when Sailor Mercury talked about having a new lighting box put in by Omega Lighting. And I'll see you later. Bye.